Today in class we went over two tools. We talked about the pencil tool and the smooth tool. And for today's activity, we're going to put those both into practice so you can get comfortable utilizing them. Now the smooth tool is really nice because it can be hard to draw really steady-handedly with digital work unless you have like a stylus pen. When you're just using a mouse or a trackpad, it's easy to get drawings that look like this, right? They're not horrible, but they're a little bumpy. So the smooth tool does exactly what it sounds like. It smooths out your drawing. Smooth tool is not located in the standard toolbar, so we're going to have to click this little tool drawer, find the smooth tool, and just drag it. I like to put it up here with my drawing tools. Let go, click those three dots, now I can use it. Now to use the tool, first I have to click on my selection tool and click on the path I want to smooth, so the computer knows what I'm working on. In this case, I want you to make this bird silhouette look a little smoother like the one you're seeing here on the left. I'm going to take my smooth tool, and I'm simply going to click and drag over the area. Now you see originally it has all these anchor points, which is why it looks so bumpy. But with the smooth tool, I can click and drag and it's just going to remove some of those points. That's what the tool is technically doing to make your image look a lot smoother. And the more you click over the same space, the more it's going to smooth it out. You're going to end up smoothing out this bird and this little bat here, so it looks a little bit smooth like the ones here on the left. Now part two has you working with the pencil tool to draw some really simple shapes. Even if you're not a good traditional drawer, it's pretty easy to use the pencil tool with the right settings. So for the best results, we want to go to our pencil tool, which is located with our paintbrush right here. The letter N is the quick way to pull it up. It looks like a pencil. We want to double click on it. Anytime you want to set up options for a tool, you have to double click. And there's two settings that are really important. One is called the fidelity. It's basically how many points are going to be put down. Do you want something super accurate to your mouse movement, or do you want the computer to smooth it out? I kind of like it right in the middle, but let's say you're really good at drawing and you want it to be super accurate, you can bring it down. The more accurate it is, the more anchor points it's going to put down, which means it might look a little bumpy. You also don't want it to be super smooth because then it looks kind of too rounded. The other setting is I like it to keep it selected while I draw, so that means I can keep drawing and connecting lines, okay? Now once you have those settings, you basically just want to go to the drawing and trace. We talked about how if you hold shift while you draw, you get this little line on your pencil. Your line will be a lot straighter. Now let's say you let go of your mouse, which is probably what you do in this instant because you're about to draw in another direction. In order to continue your line, you want to make sure your mouse is right over the last point. You get that little slash next to your pencil. I can hold shift again and get a nice line. I can even hold shift to get 45-degree angles, which is kind of nice. And here we go. I'm just going to make my whole shape. Now to close my shape, I just have to make sure I go back, hover my mouse over the last point, get that little circle. To move your shape over, if you find that something doesn't look as perfect as you'd like it to be, you can take your direct selection tool and you can edit it like anything else you've ever made with the pen tool, which is kind of nice. I can even take my pen tool and remove an anchor point if I feel like I put too many down or the computer did. You're going to end up tracing these three images. This one's a mixture of curve and straight, and again, if you're not the greatest artist, you're just trying to match your mouse as close as you can. I'm purposely not being super precise, getting close, and I can always edit the lines after. The main part of today, you getting creative, will be creating these little bunnies. When you draw over the bunnies, you're just tracing them just like everything else. Even if you're not a good artist, tracing's kind of easy in the sense, clicking, dragging, trying to get some of these lines. If you feel like things don't look just right, but you don't want to redraw a part, again, your direct selection tool is going to be your best friend. You can take things, kind of edit them. You're also going to find that this is going to happen with the little nose. I'm going to draw this little V. Then I'm going to go draw this, say I actually put it over. The computer's going to think I want to just fix the line I last drew, so I'm going to actually draw from down here up. And then I can always make this a little larger for his little whiskers. I can create closed paths and open paths with the head if I'd like, but basically you're tracing out these little bunnies, practicing with the pencil tool. I highly recommend mice for this activity. Good luck!